What's up, family? Good afternoon. Correction, good evening. It is your man, Juan J. Johnson, coming at you live on this 21st day of January with another Along with Firearms training broadcast. I know that I'm late. What's up, family? So I will not be before you long. I promise you that. I just wanted to come to you for just a couple of minutes, bring you up to date to what we're about to do with this broadcast and the direction I'm about to go. So, with that said, I want to first say if you need firearms training, I need you to go to lwftraining.com. That's lwftraining.com for your firearms services. If you need your HQL, if you need your wear and carry, you need to have your renewed HQL, your renewed wear and carry, or if you just want somebody to go to the range with you to help you learn how to shoot. Okay. A lot of you guys got these guns in your houses. You haven't used them none this year. You just using that gun as a paperweight. I need you to go to the range and practice, practice, practice. This is what this broadcast is about tonight. That change is coming, but yet change is already here. So I need you guys to share this video, like it, unlike it, and whatever platform you see me on, I need you to subscribe to that platform. I see you coops in the house. Again, share, like, and subscribe. Okay, let me put this up here too in case you want to make a donation. You can always go to the PayPal. You can always write at lwftraining.com, or you can go to longwithfirearms@gmail.com. But again, subscribe, share, and like to the program. Again, if you have any questions, you can put inside the chat. I'm chat ready, chat available on all these platforms I'm on. I will not be before you long, but I do want to share with you, and I want you to share with me and the conversation. So let me get straight to the topic. Change is coming, and change is here. Family, if you don't know by now, I think I've told you that I've been censored on quite a few platforms. I've been censored because of the information I'm putting out. I thought that the little gun stuff I talk about was nothing, but to certain platforms, they've snatched my videos. They warned me that my platform will be censored or even deleted. So I'm trying to figure out ways how do I convey a message of becoming a responsible gun owners, gun users, without being canceled, without being censored. You would think that I'm just being cordial and we just have this random conversations. And when I'm showing videos of me on the range doing firearms, I mean, they know that I'm a firearms instructor. My company is Lone Wolf Firearms. But that's not enough because these platforms, they are not gun friendly, family. They're not just gun friendly, they're not 2A friendly, which is Second Amendment friendly. They're not 2A friendly. I just may have the wrong complexion. I see myself as a triple asset. Most folks would say a triple threat. And you're a triple threat, you're an actor, you're a singer, and you are a performer. Like Gregory Hines was a triple threat. He was an actor, he was a singer, and he could tap dance. He was a triple threat. I switched it up and said I'm a triple asset because I know the power of the words. I'm very particular about the words I use. I want you to become more word conscious too, because words have power, words have meaning, and I can track your present situation right now to either your thoughts or your words. That's how serious I am about the words I use. So I am a triple asset: gunman, retired police officer, and a brother who knows those scriptures. I'm unapologetic about the scriptures because I tell you often on every broadcast that I am a follower of the teachings of the revolutionary Jesus the Christ. Say this again. I am a follower of the teachings of the revolutionary Jesus the Christ. Okay. And a lot of people on these platforms who run these platforms, they got an issue with that too. They ain't seen, look, I am convinced that they have not seen nothing like this before. Yes, I know of all the gun channels out there. I've seen them, I've watched them. Uh, I've seen some of the law enforcement channels too. I've seen them. I've watched the guys do law enforcement. And I've seen some of these religious channels where they talk about God and faith and love and hope and obedience. Okay. But I'm something different. I'm an anomaly because you saw that I did a whole series on God and guns, or guns and God. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, I can't see a God without guns, and I can't see or envision guns without God. And when I say guns, I'm saying weapons, weapons. I've said with you before that the first weapon, if you are a follower of the teachings of Jesus, you're a Christian, and you subscribe to the Holy Bible, I've said to you before, and I'll say it again, that the first weapon mentioned in the scriptures was in Genesis, when God put a flaming sword in the garden to keep man and woman from coming back to the tree of life, because they had already been in transgression, they'd already been in sin. And so if they had got back to the tree of life, they would have lived on forever. So it was God Himself who put a flaming sword in the garden to keep man and woman from going back to the tree and taking another bite from the tree of life. Okay. That was the first mention of a weapon. We're not talking about the Cain and Abel when the brother picked up a stone and killed his brother. No, the first weapon was a flaming sword. So you had to come to the realization that if the first weapon was a flaming sword, then man was going to eventually create his own sword, and that the sword would eventually evolve into the guns and the weapons of mass destruction. Just connecting the dots. So when I come on these platforms and I'm talking about God and guns, and then I throw in some police stuff because again, I am a retired police officer of the most prestigious police department in the world, DC, Washington Metropolitan Police Department, our very own nation's capital. I gave them almost 3 decades. Okay. So you're not just listening to somebody who's just out here just talking to hear himself. Most of the people who do what I do, retired, you know what they do? They just chill, they relax, they enjoy the fruits of their labor. They don't put themselves out here to be a target. They don't do that, family, because again, I was told by one of my close friends that the things I'm doing is the same things that Malcolm and Martin did back in the 60s. The only difference is they took them out. You're talking about trying to empower people to be responsible gun owners, gun users. You're trying to get them trained. You're trying to get them to get guns. And you're telling them to get what? Get you a handgun, a semi-automatic handgun. Get you a revolver. Okay? Get you a shotgun. Get you an AK or AR-15, a rifle. A lot of people are not saying this, family. They're not saying this. This should be a conversation right now, because if you're seeing what I'm seeing, it seems like people have lost their mind these days. They're on the edge. There's a lot of protesting. Um, we've seen a lot of killings. We've seen the Black lives still don't matter. So why wouldn't I try to warn whoever would listen to me to become responsible gun owners, gun users? Again, I've been pushing this message since probably 2014, and this is 2024. So we're talking about 10 years. 2018, again, I became a firearm instructor because I went from telling you to become responsible gun owners, to users, to becoming a instructor so I can teach you how to defend yourselves. Because it's just that serious. And some of us, again, we say, you know what? We'd rather call 911 for assistance. And that's your choice. That's your prerogative. But to those who know that the temperature out here in these streets are different, to those that know, man, it's kind of scary out here, then you are the ones who need to be going to the ranges, to be purchasing firearms so you can protect yourself. And again, I'm not even sure if this video is going to be kept up or not snatched, because I'm telling you to protect yourself. These platforms are telling me often that I am in violation of their community standards, of their community guidelines, all because I want you to be responsible gun owners and gun users. So when I tell you, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on these platforms, on these regular ones. Again, I am exploring Rumble, which is a paid platform. I am exploring Patreon, which is a paid platform, which comes with a subscription. I may make my subscription between $5 and $10 a month, but you have access to me, to the information I put out. We'll be going over some training, some secrets. I'll be bringing on some good, solid firearms instructors who can help you out and assist me in making sure that you are well-rounded, well-equipped, and well able to defend yourselves. We'll be talking about also survival, what you need now, as far as the waters, the flashlights, the batteries, the candles, the non-perishables right now. This is the time now to start to stock up on those things. What appears to be healthy and full of supplies, family, that is not the case. I got inside sources that says the supply lines have been slowed up. A lot of our industries, a lot of our factories have been destroyed mysteriously. Okay, so I need you to get your guns. Change is here, family. Get your guns. How many guns you should have? You should have at least 4 guns, family. 4. You should have a shotgun. You should have a rifle. You should have a semi-automatic handgun, and you should have a revolver. And you should have at least 500 rounds of ammunition for both weapons, all the weapons. Okay? I'm being honest with you. You're gonna need more than one box of ammo. Because that one box you're probably practicing with that box. You need more than one box. For every gun you have, I would want you to have at least 250 to 300, 500 rounds. Okay. So set aside some money and get you about 500 rounds of shotgun rounds, 500 rounds for your rifle, 500 rounds for your semi-automatic handgun, 500 rounds for your revolver. It's just that serious. It's just that serious. And you still need to continue to go to the range, whether you come along with firearms or anywhere, because I don't know where this message is going. Okay. But you need to be ready. Because if you're ready, you don't have to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay. Change is here, family. We haven't even gotten to the election season yet. The election season, the 2024 is going to be off the chain. Okay. This is the calm before the storm. Okay. There's a lot going on. And I'm seeing that, most of our legacy networks, they're not informing us, family. They're not doing this. They're not doing this, which is trying to warn you that change is here, that you need to be able to arm yourself. And watch this. This is not about fear. This is about faith. Okay? This is about faith. I want you to be ready for the unexpected. I want you to be able to defend yourself from foreign and domestic enemies. That's what I want. Our borders are not protected. Okay? And a lot of people are coming here who have not been screened properly, and they are walking the streets, and you need to be able to protect yourself. Okay? As a matter of fact, you need to put a system in place right now where somebody knows where you at all times. That somebody know where you are at all times, especially if you're going out of town or you're visiting somebody in another state, another county, another city. You need to let somebody know where you are. We do not want you to come up missing. You probably need to have this. Everybody knows where everybody goes. Everybody knows where everybody goes. And it's not about you trying to be secretive or you don't want to focus on your business, but you need somebody to know where you're at just in case something happens. And watch it. Let me peel this back to 3 years ago when we had the pandemic. And I saw the lines were being drawn in the sand with people getting, I'm gonna say the grab. Instead of me saying the jab, I'm gonna say the grab. When folks were getting the grab and folks didn't get the grab. But I saw 3 years ago where there was a line being drawn in the sand, right? And people were actually cutting off family and friends because somebody got the grab or somebody didn't get the grab. And many people died in their houses. They was there for maybe weeks or months or even days before somebody realized that that person had expired. Because we wasn't talking. We were talking to whoever had the grab or who didn't have the grab. It was crazy. I don't know if now we may not want to remember that point in our history in our lives, but you knew how it was. All the conversations was this: I got the Moderna, I got the Johnson and Johnson, and I got the other one. I don't know what the other one was. The five. I don't know. We was having conversations about which one you had. Okay. And it was, and I mean, it was just constant. That was a conversation. But a lot of people A lot of people passed away during that period, and nobody knew they passed away. So we're gonna fast forward to the 21st century, 2024, because that was 2020 and 2021. Now we're 2024, right? A lot of people are now sick, and they're not telling people that they're sick. A lot of people are sick and passing away. I know it, you know it, the media know it, and nobody's talking about it. When I tell you change is here, change is here. We're at the beginning of 2024, January, and I foresee a lot of people passing away. A lot of people passing away, family. And it is important for me to try to tell you to check on your family members, check on your friends, to make sure they're good, make sure they're well. Because a lot of them won't talk about that they're sick. A lot of them are wrestling with the idea that it was a possibility that that grab has made things worse for them. They can't be honest. But for me, I understand this, that the proof of love is the willingness to protect. Say this again, that the proof of love is the willingness to protect. And when I say protect, I'm talking about checking on you, making sure you're good. And if something is happening to you, it happens to me too. And I'm willing to protect the things I love. So I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to come at you. If you followed me on social media for decades, you know I do the research. I just don't spout what everybody else is saying. I don't really talk about people. I don't really talk about events. I talk about ideas. This gun thing is an idea. You become a responsible owner of guns. That's an idea. You know, I want you to be able to protect yourself. That's an idea. I'm trying to plant a seed in your head to protect yourself while you sleep in your bed, in case somebody decides to come in your house and burglarize you. And you're able to stop that threat without necessarily calling 911. Got a lot of single brothers and sisters out here and a lot of shady folks in your neighborhoods who mean you no good. Okay? And you have to protect yourself. But again, it goes back to what I was saying. I need you to put in place, family, that you check on the welfare of your family and your friends. That you check on the welfare of your family and your friends. That's the change that is here right now. A lot of people are sick and sickly right now, family. And they don't know how to tell you that they're sick. They don't know how to tell you that they're in a real bad space and place. Okay. But if you have a discernment about you and you know something's off, ask this question. You good? You good? You all right? Something you want to tell me? Something you want to share? Okay. That could be the difference between breaking the ice or not seeing them again. Watch this. There's a scripture in the word that says that pride comes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before fall. There's a lot of pride out here. A lot of prideful people are out here, right? But pride comes before destruction. When you need something, and that pride won't let you ask, that pride won't let you share, that pride won't let you inquire. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall into the pride trap, into the pride pit, and we're not going to remember you no more. Again, change is here, family. It's not just coming. Change is here. Okay. If that means you need to change your diet, change your diet. That means you need to change your friends, change some friends. If it means you need to change some family, change some family. Okay. So moving forward for me, when I come on these social media platforms, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. I did a 4-hour broadcast on Friday with On Your Neck with Chef C, with Dr. Randy Short, Angry Black Man Book Club. Sister Sean Speak, she came in and shared from Sister Sean Speak. And so you'll probably see me on multiple platforms dealing with the issues and the topics. I've never run from the topics or the issues. Yes, I'm going to always be an encourager because that's what I do. Yes, I'm going to always try to speak life and light because that's what I do. But also, I see what's going on out here in these streets, right? In our local politics, in our state, in our national politics, and in the world. I see what's going on. And I've always prided myself on being able to connect the dots. And I think that I've won you guys' trust. Because again, I want a few people who will go out and party, go to different places and eat, uh, go to the range, do some shooting, and then I talk about those scriptures or whatever. But again, I think right now I've got to draw a line in the sand because we're in some very hostile, dangerous times. And I want so bad for our politicians, for our civil rights leaders, for our preachers to say something, but they've been compromised, family. They've been you really can't even trust them. You can't trust them. You cannot trust them. And you really can't trust these media outlets. You really can't. I mean, the silence is deafening. Actually, King said that there comes a time when silence is betrayal, and we've been betrayed. The only thing that's being pushed is entertainment, sports, comedy, and ratchet behavior. Ratchet behavior. That's all that's being pushed. We have to change that narrative. We just have to change that narrative. Again, change is coming. Change is here. I am about to change. I have to change. I need to inform you more. You will be seeing me again on multiple platforms, bringing in other visitors. As a matter of fact, this Saturday coming up, um, on Sister Speaks and the Angry Black Man Book Club, I think he may be the assistant with that broadcast. And on the next, uh, Dr. Claude Anderson will be interviewed on Saturday at 3 o'clock on this platform with Sister Sean Speaks. If you don't know who Dr. Claude Anderson is, he's the author of Black Labor, White Wealth, um, Dirty Little Secrets in Black History. He's got quite a few books out there. He has been a renowned speaker, educator. Um, we're just putting that together this week. So at 3 o'clock on this platform on Saturday and on other platforms, we'll be hosting Dr. Claude Anderson because he has a message to Black Americans about what we need to do now. Again, I'm evolving. Um, I don't mind change. I think change is necessary. And I'm not talking about no New Year's resolution change. I'm just talking about just we need to move now. We need to move right now. And we need to have the voices on of people who can assist us in moving. Again, Dr. Anderson has been out there for a long time. I think Dr. Anderson got to be almost 90 years old. He's got to be in his mid 80s, going on 90 years old. He's speaking on Black economics. So we're gonna have him on Saturday, and I hope you tune in at 3 o'clock on this broadcast on this channel and on 95.1 Sankofa Radio with Sister Sean Speak and the Angry Black Man Book Club with Dr. Randy Short. We're gonna try to get as much publicity and many eyes on that broadcast as possible. But again, family, change is here. Change is not even coming. Change is already here. And I need you to become serious about you changing. You just may have to reinvent yourself. Okay? You just may have to reinvent yourself for the survival of yourself and the survival of your family. Okay? One of my favorite scriptures in the whole Bible is this one right here. I'll put it up. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing your mind. That's probably one of my favorite scriptures because it dealt with when you change your mind, you change your destiny. When you change your mind, you change your friends. When you change your mind, you change your direction. When you change your mind, you change your finances. When you change your mind, you change everything. And many of us don't even realize it. That your present situation right now is because of your thoughts in your mind. Okay? So again, I did not want to come for you long, but I want to come at you. Um, um, I will become very controversial in some topics and issues because, again, you need people out here who are critical thinkers. If everybody is saying the same thing, then who's thinking? If everybody is saying the same thing, then who is thinking? We have to have critical thinkers and we have to be able to push our programs, our culture, this nation further. So again, I'm going to turn you on to some folks who I've listened to, who helped me out and get me to the place where I am today. Some solid folks. And I will give you some of the principles that I use to get to where I'm at. I know it works because it worked for me. And normally, before I tell you something, I normally try myself to see if it works. So it will work if you work it. But again, change is here, family. And change is coming. And I want you to be ready for it. With that said, I'm going to bring this to an end. Ooh, Aisha. I'm going to bring it to an end. If you got a question, you put it in the chat. If not, I'm going to shut this thing down. This is what I want to share. Again, I will be coming on a lot, a whole lot. And I'm looking forward to having conversations. Again, I know this is supposed to be a gun station, a gun channel, but it's more than a gun channel. Sometimes some of us are just anomalies. I'm an anomaly. If you listen to me, you are an anomaly. We have to be able to multitask. We have to be able to do multiple things. And I made a decision. I want to see some things by the end of the year. I want to see some things in the next 5 years. And so, and once they see these things, I know I got to change. And for me to see what needs to be seen, I got to change. And you too, if you want to see some things that you need to see, then you're going to have to change. Change for the good. Okay? So again, I'll wrap it up. I want to thank you for tuning in. You could be anywhere but you're here. And I know this is playoff season. I know y'all probably watching those games. I'm not. Again, I've had to graduate from football and all these sports because, again, it kind of reminds me of the gladiator syndrome. Keep them entertained while we take their rights from them. So we got some folks out here who's watching, paying attention. I'm one of them. Who's paying attention. With that said, always remember this: as I leave here, I always want you happy. I want you healthy. I want you to find love. I want you to find success. I want you to find prosperity. I want you to have all the resources you need for your next level. And I want you to have unlimited money for your next assignment. I want you to have transgenerational wealth. That's what I really want. I want you to have transgenerational wealth. A lot of us are at the age where, you know what, we may not have no family or no friends, but we know we need resources. We know we need the money. Why? Because we're going to have to take care of ourselves. I'm going to deal with that topic too, that right now, well, the youngins right here, they don't really have the careers, those 20, 25-year jobs. And when they hit 50, 55, what are they going to have? You know, us elders who have a retirement check coming through, that's not the case for these young ones, where they're not even hiring people for no 20 years unless you have some type of public safety or some type of nursing or maybe IT. Okay. So again, I want you healthy, I want you happy, I want you to find love, I want you to be successful, I want you to be prosperous, I want you to have unlimited money. That is my prayer for you. And also, I will always want you to know that there is a loan within you. And it's my job to pull them out. Again, looking forward to this year. It's going to be explosive. I'm going to make some friends, and I'll probably make some enemies. But for me, the biggest thing, I will make a difference. And I want you to. That's what happens when you try to, when you, that's what happens when you change yourself. You make friends and you make enemies. And I'm up for the challenge, making new friends and making new enemies. I don't want to make new enemies, but still, but it comes with the territory. So again, enjoy your game, enjoy your night, enjoy your weekday. I'll be back maybe 3 times this week. Again, if you want some gun training, you want to go to the range, do some shooting, hit me up. Let's go shoot. Let's go practice. Again, get your guns. You need at least 4 and about 200, 250 rounds of ammo for each one. Okay. And we'll have more conversation about this at a later date. Again, share this video, like it, unlike it on whatever platform. Sharing is caring. With that said, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.